What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's doing well, and let's dive straight into things. Hopefully you have watched yesterday's video, my weekly review or forecast. If you haven't, do go and check that out just so that you have a little bit more context on what I'm expecting for the week. But yeah, today we have had quite a quiet day on Tuesday. We stayed within the range, and to be honest, Wednesday and Thursday I expect our setups to form in terms of any trading to do this week. ICT does always say and always preach that all your trading should be done by Thursday afternoon on non-farm payroll week. So I tend to play into that. Nothing's really changed. My bias still remains the same, but it's nice to see that on Tuesday price did come down as we opened, tapped down into the fair value gap I drew our attention to, then expanded to the upside. Now we didn't quite trade into that Monday buy side liquidity, which I still have my eyes set on, and then you can see we came down and retested it during a New York reversal where we came back down and tested it again. But what's holding my bias is the fact that volume is remaining above the 50% level of this gap, which I spoke about in yesterday's video. You see our volume staying above it, and I do think that moving into tomorrow, yes, we may dip down into the fair value gap, but my bias still remains the same, in that it would be nice to see if price can still run that now Monday and Tuesday buy side liquidity. I believe it's possible that they're engineering liquidity, so nothing's really changed in terms of my bias. I still want to see us trade higher before lower. I'm still convinced that it's very possible that Monday may have made the low, and depending on how we move tomorrow, it will be a lot more indicative. But my point is, so long as this fair value gap stays intact, which you can see it is here, and moving into tomorrow, I expect it to still remain intact in terms of a bullish fair value gap. But I'm looking for expansion to the upside. Now, do mind, we do have high impact news, we have PMI, so it'll be interesting to see where we are at that point, as in if we've traded into it yet or not. If we have, then it'll be nice to see if price can use that on the back of the high impact news to then trade higher and start running for those Tuesday and Monday highs, because these are relatively equal, and you know our bias is still bullish in terms of wanting. Remember, if you watch yesterday's video, I'm talking about equilibrium a lot, and this was that equilibrium in terms of the 60-day range, I believe. Yeah, this is our equilibrium point, as in where I'm expecting price to want to draw to. So as much as price has retested it, I'm not expecting us to necessarily break through. I want to see a continuation to the upside, so that's why I want to see this remain bullish. So nothing's really changed there. Let's drop down to the 15-minute. Not really much to analyze. Again, other than I want to draw our attention to the fact that we do have a strong consolidation here, and I love these consolidations because again, it helps hold price, as in, if price is going to run these lows, it's going to do it aggressively, and it'll be on the back of news. I'm not convinced that we've done in the buy side. As in, I don't think we've finished doing our work up there, which is why, as much as this looks very juicy for price, and you know it's going to be some beautiful sell stops, I'm not anticipating us to run it tomorrow. If we do, so be it, relatively equal lows, and price will probably march on down back into, start targeting more deeper sell side liquidity, which is fine. But like I said, I'd like to think that price could march on a little bit higher on Wednesday and Thursday to run out this Monday and Tuesday high, because I do believe this is engineered. But nonetheless, I guess we'll wait and see if this fair value gap holds. If the midpoint of this fair value gap, which is this red line, and I'd have this marked out for you guys as well, if you go in the hourly and mark out the fair value gap, look at the midpoint. If that midpoint gets violated, then and only then would I expect these lows to get taken. But so long as price continues to respect it, which it has been, I'm happy to remain bullish and anticipate that price may want to try and target that buy side liquidity. So let's head on to GBP USD. Similarly, obviously, if we're anticipating price to want to travel higher on dollar, we want to see if GBP can continue to roll to the downside. You'll see that GBP was a little bit weaker. Again, if you watched yesterday's video, I always say this, but if you watched it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I drew our attention to this fair value gap, and I said I wanted to see price tap into it. Did we get there? No. So that's showing a level of weakness in GBP, which is supportive of our bias in wanting to see GBP drop lower in line with dollar, potentially trade on higher. So I do like the look of that. Don't get me wrong, we still can tap into it, but if this gets left open, it just hints to more bearishness, which is in line with our bias. So I'm not going to complain about that whatsoever. Let's drop down to the 15-minute. I'm going to get the daily dividers up just to help us a little bit. So we'll get Monday marked out here, Tuesday marked out here, Wednesday like so, and then we'll just do this. Bear with me, guys. And then we've also got the Sunday opening price, which is also just as relevant, which will be here. So you'll see how price has just been gyrating around the Sunday opening price, which is quite interesting. So here, if I mark this out, that's Sunday opening, and you can see price drop below it, gone above it. But again, look at how price is failing to trade much above it. I do like the look of that because it's in line with our bias. So moving into tomorrow, again, similarly, yes, we can tap into the original fair value gap in the premium, which I did draw attention to. But generally speaking, if it's going to do that, I don't want it to spend long up there at all. As in, I want it to wick in there, maybe trade in, trade out, and then I'm looking for us to start attempting to run for Tuesday lows and Monday lows. But as you can see, this consolidation, they're going to keep it tight until they run one side and then just send it the other. But generally speaking, I believe my setup should be able to form hopefully tomorrow to trade into Thursday potentially. But generally speaking, yeah, I'm looking for that Tuesday low to get tagged, and I'm looking for that Monday low to get tagged, and I'm looking for that fair value gap to get left open. Again, price can tap into it, and if it does, I don't want it to spend long, and I want it to do it early in the day. So if Asia range touches it, that would be great. London session, that's fine. Any later than that, then I'll be a little bit more conscious of it. Same thing on dollar, but obviously inverted. I'm happy for us to dip down into this discount, but I don't want to spend much time down there. I want to see if we can start to reverse and start to pull back and run out my original buy side targets. One thing to note though is this gap, this massive volume imbalance right here. The fact that we're below it does make price a little bit more difficult, as in when we do try to trade through this, it's going to be interesting to see if we can make it through it, because this will act as a level of defense in that we've traded on the both sides, on the upside, downside, downside. So when price returns to it, it will struggle with it, and it will need high impact news to get through it, which is why I'm paying close attention to this PMI and, like I said, the 50% level of this. So it is very, very dependent. I'm arguing both sides here, but my bias still leans bullish because there's nothing that should change our bias in that sense. And then, like I said, I just want to see that Tuesday and Monday low get taken. So that's going to be everything on pound. I hope that all makes sense as well. Again, if you haven't watched yesterday's video, do. It will help you with context, guys. It's only like 15 minutes long. You can watch it at 1.5 speed. It won't kill you. And then let's finish up on Euro USD. And you can see, we've just displaced quite nicely to the downside here. But let's go to the daily. And similarly, obviously, we're expecting a continuation to the downside on GBP, on Euro. Now, as you can see, I marked out this buy side because I said there's potential for price to want to run it. However, we've barely moved. So again, there's weakness on the pairs, which is what we like to see. Again, we've got a fair value gap here. I'm happy for us to tap into it. If it gets left open, even better. And then until then, I'm looking for that south side liquidity right here to get ran. So again, my setup, I'm looking for some kind of run above the midnight opening candle tomorrow, which is Wednesday. And then that's when I'll be looking for my setups during the London session to then expect shorts. Now, do mind, we do have high impact news on Euro, so they might be holding price a little bit more just because of that. So we do need to be conscious of that. Let's get that Monday. Now Monday's already dropped price quite significantly, and then our Sunday opening price is all the way over here. So we haven't spent much time above there at all. But again, I'm not expecting us to target that necessarily right now. This is the Sunday opening price. The fact that we've already displaced so far below it, it's just showing immense weakness, and I'd like to see a continuation to the south side, especially these relatively equal lows I spoke about in yesterday's video. So it'd be nice to see if we can move down there. Again, I'm happy for us to run out. I'm happy for us to tap into that fair value gap. It won't be the end of the world, but if it does go up there, I don't want it to spend long. And if it breaks through it and trades through it, whole different story. I can look at this buy side liquidity. I have this marked out for a reason, just because of how clean the highs are. I just don't believe that price is ready to run those highs, as we're still bearish, and we're still in a sell. I think that we're still in a sell program, in that I'm looking for more sell stops, which is why I want to see price run some kind of significant low, such as these, and then and only then am I thinking for us to run up into the premium. But albeit it is non-farm payroll week, there will be a lot of manipulation. And like I said, after Thursday's video, I pretty much, throw the towel. Like I'll throw the towel in. Like I'll just tap out and let price do its thing. But generally speaking, I'm looking for price to want to pull down in line with dollar, ideally showing a little bit more strength and pulling back into the range, and if it can run these highs, even better. But yeah, quite a quiet day, a lot of consolidation, not the easiest of days. And yeah, don't forget to join the Discord, drop a like, drop a comment, smash subscribe, turn on post notifications, join the mailing list. All of the links you need are in the description, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.